I'm really excited to introduce Jeff Rader. Y'all saw on the original program that there was going to be another speaker here. Neither of us are Rosario Dawson, so I know I always have to apologize about this, but sorry about Rosario Dawson. Jeff Rader is far more exciting and arguably more attractive. He is the CEO and co-founder of Harry's, a direct-to-consumer men's grooming brand that he'll tell you a little bit more about. And formerly of another very popular brand called Warby Parker. So let's bring him out on stage. Jeff Rader, everybody. How'd I do?
Yeah, I'm blushing.
Well, I'm really excited because next spring when I come back from South by Southwest with my ironic hipster beard that I grow for South by Southwest every year, hopefully you'll send me a Harry's razor.
We will take care of you.
So you are, in very short order, created and was part of two brands that became almost overnight successes among a really coveted set of young people. What's the secret sauce? How'd you get there?
Yeah, I think with both Harry's and Warby Parker, we started the company not by writing big business plans or kind of trying to take on an industry, but by solving pain points that were really genuine to us. So we started Warby Parker when I was in business school. Three close friends, and we were sitting around after class one day. One of my friends had the idea to sell glasses online. It's like, why? I watched my girlfriend buy shoes and clothes and fashion accessories and sunglasses online. Why couldn't you sell prescription glasses online? Just a question. At the time, I had a $500 pair of Prada eyeglasses that were literally being held together by a piece of duct tape. My prescription had changed multiple times, and I was a student. I didn't want to pay for new glasses. And I was like, there's a huge pain point here. I'd love a pair of really fashionable designer glasses at an affordable price, so I can get rid of these old ones.
And Lens Crafters wasn't doing it.
No, I mean, I think we saw an opportunity to create a completely different kind of model where we could sell direct, deliver people the highest quality product, and also make a difference in the world while doing it. And so that was the story behind Warby Parker. And Harry's was driven by a similar kind of pain point where my co-founder, Andy, had gone to a drugstore, had waited for 10 minutes for someone to unlock the case where the razors were being held, paid $25 for 4 razor blades and some shaving cream. Has anyone else here had that experience? See some hands. And was looking at his product and his packaging and just didn't feel like it appealed to him as a customer, and called me, and I kind of empathized with the story. And so with both companies, I feel like we started out trying to solve a problem for ourselves that I think lots of other young people just empathized with, and that helped us.
You brought up that you were working with 3 other entrepreneurs at the same time. And so one of the questions that I asked on Twitter for some possible questions, and one of the questions was how you were able to work 4 guys, essentially, and keep the band together long enough in order to actually...
Well, it's really funny. I mean, when we started Warby Parker, we went and met with another entrepreneur who we really trusted, and he's like, you guys are going to be like a rock band. Like, literally, that was his words. He's like, you're going to have all of the drama and turmoil that a rock band might have among the 4 of us. And I think when we started Warby Parker, we were all close friends, and we made a pact really early on that we'd stay friends. And I think the way that we've been able to do it is just by communicating super clearly. And so we had these sessions, and they were kind of crazy, but we'd like sit down and give each other really honest feedback about how we were feeling and how we were working together. And as a result, I think we just developed a really close relationship where we could trust each other and speak openly and clearly to each other, and always put the business first. And so I think that's been really helpful as we've built and grown the brand. And it's enabled us, I think, to become closer by doing it.
Let's turn to brand, because one interesting thing about both Warby Parker and Harry's is that they have to feel true, and we've talked about this throughout this conference, they have to feel true to millennials and individual members of our generation in order for us to sort of buy in and then share the product and then influence our friends to sort of buy into it as well. And so that in some ways runs counter to the idea of business, which is all about scale and getting bigger and bigger. So how do you thread that needle? How do you balance both the business imperative to kind of get bigger as a brand, and then maintaining that authenticity and individuality that made the brand appealing in the first place?
Yeah, I think there are probably 2 pieces there that are really important to us. One is just being really kind of open and honest with our customers about how our business works and our business model, and giving them kind of a peek into like what Harry's is all about. Yeah. And for us, for instance, we're really fortunate to be able to purchase this razor factory in Germany. And throughout history, all the other companies in the industry have kept these factories as like these super secret places with like white lab coats, and you couldn't see inside them. And we bought it and we're like, we want to show everybody this place is amazing. Like, and so we put together a webpage that shows pictures of these amazing like German craftsmen working in the factory to sort of give our customers a sneak peek at our company and the products and where they're made. So I think that's one thing that's really important. The next, I think, is just to try to develop individual relationships with people. So at Harry's, for instance, anytime anybody buys, we send them an email from our team. And this says, we're here for you at Harry's. We love you. We want to take care of you. Shaving can be this awkward experience. If you have any questions, we're here to help. And we get amazing responses. Lots are really good. Some people have questions or issues, and it's those cases that I think are most valuable for us because we can get to know our customers, learn from their experience, et cetera. The same is true at Warby Parker. People sometimes don't know lots of things about their glasses, like which pair is going to fit them well or how their prescription works, et cetera. And through those discussions, we get to develop personal relationships with them and people on our team that I think make them feel not like we're a company, but like we're a group of people here to help. And I think that's really important. And what it means for us is we just have to build a big team of amazing people who love our customers so that as we grow, we can continue that level of service.
Right, because I was going to say, I mean, I don't expect that Gillette will be able to answer individual emails for every razor purchase. And so at some point, you expect to get bigger, or is there a point at which you're going to say, we are maxing out, we don't want to grow anymore in order to sort of maintain that individual experience?
I think what we want to do is have the largest positive impact possible on the most number of people. And so
what does that mean?
If we grow to a point where we can't deliver the experience and service levels that we aspire to, then I think we will stop and reevaluate and figure out sort of, how we grow further. Our culture at Harry's is not about sort of saying like we can't do something. Like I think I don't think we'd say, oh, we can't grow anymore. We haven't delivered the service levels. It's like, nope, we're going to continue to grow and we're going to figure out how to deliver those service levels as we grow and scale. If that means building a huge customer service team of people across the country who, are some network of folks who can help to answer customer issues or just reach out to customers, if it means building a really engaged social media community so that our customers can answer each other, I think that's a challenge that we're excited to figure out so we can continue to deliver a really personal experience to people around our brand.
Let's talk about starting from nothing. So essentially, Harry's didn't exist, and then it did, and then it became something that people in my newsroom know about and talk about, and we're really excited to hear that I was coming to talk to you.
Cool.
And so how did it, and you said that you built this by individual relationships, and so I imagine that you have to be a little bit specific in who you're going to target, sort of which audiences, which influencers you want to go after. And so talk to us a little bit, sort of peel us, or I guess help us kind of peer behind the curtain and sort of look at that process.
Yeah, I think, for us at Harry's, what we wanted to do is build a company, a product that existed that we wanted ourselves first. And so like when Andy called me after that experience in the drugstore, his question was, could you do it better? And I was like, yeah, we could do better. And then, well, what did better mean? And for us, it meant really high quality product that you'd be proud to use every morning. It meant that it delivered at a fraction of the price of what was out there because we didn't understand why razors and shaving cream and everything was so expensive. And then I think it also meant really good design and sort of delivering wonderful customer experiences around it. With a broader mission and purpose of kind of helping people get ready and making that process easier every day. And so that sort of was our goal. So that came from us. And then we started talking to our friends about that. And so we literally pull in groups of friends, like, have some drinks or whatever, and just ask them about their shaving experiences and the brands that they use and how they feel about them. And if there was a new brand in the market, what would make it better for them? And those discussions were super, super interesting and valuable. I think kind of awkward sometimes for guys because they're not always used to talking about shaving, but for us, very, very helpful and important in terms of making sure that we were getting input from the people whose opinions we really valued as we built the business and the brand. And then at some point, you just kind of have to think that you have something that is going to be appealing and launch. And the moment that we launched, we then had lots of customers. And that was really exciting because we could email our customers and talk to them and figure out what they really liked and what we could improve, and then have a roadmap for how to get better just based on those discussions.
So step back for a minute. How did you already have a whole bunch of customers at the moment you launched? Sort of what was the ramp up?
Yeah, so how did that happen?
Right.
So I think for us, the most important way that we've been able to sort of just spread kind of the knowledge about that we exist, both at Harry's and Warby Parker, is through credible sources. And so for us, those were like our friends to start. Have our friends tell everybody that they knew about the brand. And then I think another really credible source